gaming, dusted off a little classic meme for you there, is meant to be an entertaining hobby. But for one man in China, it wasn't entertaining at all. In fact, it was a source of misery and dread. And the game in question is not League of Legends, like many of you probably immediately assumed. It's a game called Three Kingdoms Kill Online. And this one man had been at the top of the leaderboards, wreaking havoc for 15 years in the Crucible. And now he is finally suing the game developer for the trauma he has experienced. What trauma? You're asking yourself, scratching your head. Well, you see, in Three Kingdoms Kill Online, there is an evil little mechanic at play where you can disrespect your opponents by throwing eggs and sandals at them. And you see, this gamer, for 15 years, suffered at the hands of these heathens throwing eggs and sandals at him. And he said it's been taking a huge toll on his life, ruining his self-esteem, and calculates that he has been slapped by virtual eggs and sandals over 4,800 times in just the last year alone. Now, I'm sure all of us have been through traumatic experiences, but we can all agree nothing even comes close to what this poor soul has gone through. I can't even imagine 15 years of virtual egg and sandal slaps. My God, I can only wish him the best on his legal pursuit. I talked about it on stream a little bit, and this is a lawsuit that I've been really trying my best to stay as in tune on as possible. It is a Chinese lawsuit, so the information I get comes from China and gets translated, and it's not the most active updates in the case, but I am so captivated by this idea that this guy is suffering because people troll him at the end of the games by spamming egg and sandal emotes. That is unbelievable to me, and I'm so curious to see how it shakes out, because apparently he's got a real case with this. So let me give you a little bit more of the basics. I covered them on stream, and then I'll come in with a little bit more I've learned. I read a story, I think it was 2 days ago. A man in China is suing a game developer, I can't remember who, I think it's Kingdom Clash, because he said that over the course of his thousands of hours playing Kingdom Clash, he has had his life ruined by players he beats in the game throwing bananas at him. And he said that every time he gets hit with a banana, it lowers his self-esteem to the point that his life is not the same. It is amazing. Let me pull this up for you. Man sues gaming company after being virtually slapped 4,800 times in multiplayer game. Self-esteem hammered. I can already just imagine him tossing and turning. I won my game. But Shadow Slayer 5 won the war. He threw a banana at me. Fuck. What did I do? Wow. I closed my eyes for a second and I have 2 different auto-playing ads. A Chinese gamer has taken legal action against the gaming company, alleging emotional distress caused by repeated virtual attacks from other players. The man using the pseudonym Kyobin has been an avid player of Three Kingdoms Kill Online for the past 15 years and currently holds the game's highest rank. The game, developed by a company based in Hangzhou, was launched in 2009 and is set during China's historic Three Kingdoms period. It allows 4 to 8 players to battle it out in matches that last between 10 to 30 minutes. Kyobin said that after each match he won, opponents would throw virtual items like eggs and straw sandals at his character. These items would trigger animations that resembled facial slaps, which he described as emotionally damaging and humiliating. He calculated he had been hit more than 4,800 times in the past 6 months alone. And the other article I read, it was bananas. Was it a different translation? Is it eggs or bananas? Because that makes a huge difference. Banana's got a lot more girth to it. It's going to hurt a lot more and feel worse on the receiving end of the virtual slapping. He believes the repeated attacks were a way for other players to vent frustration after losing, with one incident lasting over 90 seconds. Every time I am hit with eggs, I feel my self-esteem is harmed and I get depressed, he said, adding that the public nature of these virtual slaps made him feel insulted in front of other players. Honestly, if it was me, I'd lean into that. I don't know if there's game chat, but if I saw him in my lobby, he's the top-ranked player, and I'd know it, I'd absolutely just lay into it like, you should feel shame! You're getting slapped with eggs! Yeah, I don't want to play with you again, you're getting slapped with eggs! I don't respect you! I can't imagine, rather, I guess I don't know for sure. I cannot imagine a judge seeing this and being like, wow, this guy deserves compensation. 4,800 eggs and sandals? Where have we gone so wrong in society? The offensive items can either be acquired for free through gameplay or purchased at a low cost, something Kyobin claims the gaming company benefits from. He accused the developers of tolerating and allowing such behavior, saying they profit from it while doing little to address the issue. Brother, the items are there for the sake of like a little bit of in-game trolling. Despite reaching out to customer service multiple times, Kyobin said his concerns were ignored, which prompted him to file a lawsuit seeking compensation. The exact amount he is demanding has not been disclosed. He should ask for 100 mil. Absolutely ask for 100 mil. Shoot for the stars. The incident has drawn mixed reactions online, with some users expressing sympathy. Who in the fuck would possibly express sympathy at some guy whining and suing because he's getting slapped with eggs and sandals in a virtual mobile game? You've got to be such a weirdo loser to be like, my heart breaks for you, Kyobin. This is bad. This is bad. No matter how strong a player is, they can still be crushed by eggs and straw sandals, one player wrote. Others shared similar stories of in-game bullying, with one user saying, I was hunted by other players for a month in another game. Every time I logged on, I was attacked and killed, which caused me significant trauma. I can't play my mobile games without the fear of eggs looming. March 31st, spokesperson from the company acknowledged the issue and said the items were originally part of the game's design, but added that restrictions would be introduced. No, don't be a bitch! They also confirmed that the company will cooperate with the court as the case moves forward. Come on! A lawyer pointed out that the use of eggs and straw sandals is inherently insulting and said that it's the company's responsibility to ensure respectful gaming environment. Well, could I reasonably sue for emotional distress when I lose to Kyobin? It feels bad when I lose, it's causing me significant trauma. Your right is to not be hit with eggs and straw sandals in our game. So that's what it looks like when you get slapped with sandals. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I can see why it'd take such a toll on him. It's such an interesting case, and it somewhat reminds me of that infamous Twitch lawsuit from a couple years ago, where a gooner tried suing Twitch for like 20 mil because he couldn't stop getting hard and masturbating to female streamers on the platform, and accused them of purposefully putting female streamers, feeding female streamers to him for the sake of getting him addicted to porn. It was a very interesting lawsuit. And while this doesn't share anything in common with like gooning or whatever, like the gooner suit, it just reminds me of just unhinged claims that they actually push forward and try and put real water in. Like that Twitch lawsuit I just mentioned, that was a real thing that he tried. It wasn't like just a complete throwaway toilet paper suit. Like, it was something he actively pursued. And this is another one of those where it is a real case that is going to actually be examined. The whole crux of it is, he believes that the game company has a responsibility to protect players from this kind of disrespect and this kind of insults. It should not be providing players with the ability to slap him with eggs and sandals, because it's really hurting his self-esteem and it's making him feel bad. It's making him depressed, as he said. And it seems like he's not the only one that feels that way. There is a sentiment that is expressed here where a lot of people seem to agree, actually. So there is a chance that he actually wins this lawsuit because too many people have slapped him with eggs and sandals in that game, which I just find so interesting. And I'm curious, could this open a can of worms should he win this, where I could start making cases like in something like Fortnite, where they inherently have things built in for the sake of some trolling, like the L dance, or if someone kills me and then cranks a fucking default dance on my corpse, can I come after Epic Games for some trauma that I may have experienced through being embarrassed with these emotes that they have given players access to insult me? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like you could easily make this argument for pretty much any game ever. So I'm very, very interested to see how it all plays out. And I just thought it was so fucking silly about getting slapped with eggs and sandals for 15 years. Just being like a magnet for eggs, and then getting really upset, and finally you're just like, enough is enough, I'm taking it to court. I just think it's so good. So I wanted to talk about it a bit. That's it. See ya.